Shit, you know what I'm saying? Went to the store to Sam Goody. I was collecting all their shit, like the originals. I had a big ass. I still got it to this day. I got 2 copies left out the originals. And I had a couple, like I actually had like some post-mortem pop shit. Not so much original. Like, yeah, man, that shit used to blow the shit out of me. But yeah, that just go to show you the level of. And then he used to do wild shit. Like, he would get in his car and he would like rewind and shit. I'll never forget that shit. That shit be funny as hell. He would rewind the songs. God damn. I'll never forget the first time he had bought this like diesel Benz, 80s joint. And he put on somebody got to die in that motherfucker, and he kept rewinding that shit back, playing it back. And when that nigga said, he said the part, what did he say? He said, when he said the part about, when the nigga came to the door, in the beginning he said the dog was barking and shit, and he said he cocked the heat and shit and all that, and that shit he just rewinded that shit 30 times. But yeah, man, like. Oh man,
I think my dad's favorite line is on the Biggie. He used to do the same thing, rewind all the lyrics again. And you know, his favorite joint, he used to be like, man, rewind that motherfucker back, man. You know, exchange hugs and pounds before the throwdown. How it's gonna go down, ladies, niggas, slow down. That shit used to be like it's like I can hear that phrase.
It was a lot.
It was a lot of shit. Like,
I think it was like, I know a lot of people have said it, but I think it was because like Big reminded a lot of motherfuckers like Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
You know, and like. Because that's the only reason why I think a lot of the OGs at that time resonated with a lot of that play, because they was both East Coast Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? He had that same kind of like edginess, but it was like the slickness of it. And I think that's what really, because like all the bars from Somebody Got to Die just remind me of like, you know what I'm saying? Like old, not old head shit, but like the like old head influence on a young nigga. Yeah, I mean, even when he was like, fuck all that playing and shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck all that playing shit. Run up in their cribs and make it.
Niggas like you do
20 years. Very innocent kids. Not I. One nigga's in my eye, and that's Jason. Ain't go slugs gonna be wasted. Damn, man. But this shit is just like in you. Like, I you know, I remember being a kid, listening to Biggie all day. You go to sleep, you still hearing the song in your head.
Yeah. Oh man, shit. I would honestly, even at that time when I was like we was in like Walker Mill, I was going to sleep till waking up to it. Type of shit. Like, I had the CD playing in bed, like just listening to the songs over and over and over, and studying it. And so, nah, man, like, I mean, even at that time, you know, that nigga said it himself. You know what I mean? People, you know, the shit was graphic, bro. And I remember my father saying it like, it's graphic. You know what I mean? You can visualize it.
You can visualize it. A hell of a storyteller. Probably one of the best. Yeah. Straight up. Even down to I got a story to tell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. No, the funny part is
everyday struggle. Hell of a story.
I can't remember. I was watching the jump. I think to some degree, the story he exaggerated a little bit. I think it was true that he was fucking some NBA nigga white girl. That was a real true story. I remember it was some interview I was watching, and they asked one of his mans, and he's like, yeah, he was hitting some nigga from the next bitch.
Oh man,
he was exaggerating about all the shit they had in this story to kill people. But he was like, yeah, nah, he was really hitting the bitch from the niggas. So it was like, oh man, I didn't
know that was true either. Yeah.
It was wild, but yeah, man. I mean, that's why I said, definitely, man. We appreciate it, man. You know, some of y'all young niggas, y'all want to play with the legends and openly just disrespect them and shit like that. And we get it, you know, they old to y'all. They 20, 25 years old. But fuck it. Because these niggas is never, they gods. And they never gonna be removed. And you know, I think that's why now we so much in this GOAT culture. I feel like that's why everybody wants to say they're a GOAT, because they don't want to accept that. that these people really like the Mount Rushmore hip hop has not changed in 20 years. So now everybody wants to be in that, and it's so
in that conversation.
Yeah, you feel me? And it's like now it's like nah, like now it's diluted. So it's so many rappers, and all I want to be this iconic, controversial. I mean, it was funny. I was watching a Tyrese interview the other day on the Joker show, Fat Joe show, and he was talking about how Afeni Shakur said that shit. Like everybody wanted to be her son, and they try so hard to be like be controversial, like address social issue, you know, injustice and all that. And she was like, I get so tired of that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I was like, wow, like I was glad to hear it from his own mother. That like everybody wanna be on that ring, you feel me? And it's like, even, that's why I said like this go-kart shit, even now, every time some like just openly chooses when, no disrespect on these people, but when XXX died, then they said he was our new generation pop. When motherfucking Troy Ave got shot, he said he was the new Pac. Boozy called himself the new Pac.
Boo Pac, he got a whole fucking mixtape about Boo Pac. Yeah.
And lastly, again, there's no excuse. I love Nipsey, but like I said, same thing when Nipsey died. I was like, stop saying that shit. Like Nipsey was his own person.
Yeah.
He's his own legend. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we can put him on Mount Rushmore itself. We don't need to say, oh, he's the new Pac. We don't need to say that. To me, he was more of them to fuse, like a fusion of them both in one. Like, to me. And it's funny because before he died, when he made Victory Lap, when he was in that joint letting Puff like mod the album a little bit, he told Puff, he said, I want this shit to be on some like a life after death type album. That's the effect I want to have on it. Like,
it was
some shit like that.
But it was on the type of on that album. It was a hell of an album.
I don't think that album might ever get old.
Yeah. I was listening to like even when I go to work, I listen to Hustle and Motivate. Get up and when I go to work, I listen to that shit because it gets me in the mood, like, you know what I mean, or do anything else, you know what I mean.
Hell yeah.
It gives me the motivation, you know what I mean, to do it. Like,
and that's why I say I feel like it ain't no need to put a label. Like again, bro did so much and accomplished so much more. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like he got his own place. You know what I mean? And we can put him up here, and we don't need to give somebody a new label. I mean, the label as the new Pac, the new Biggie, none of that.
Right.
And it's fun too sometimes, but I think maybe, to lighten it lightly, but not like the way that it's been done now, where it's just like,
I just don't think people can be great in their own ways and create their own story, man.
That's what I think. It's just also, like I just said, the fact that these motherfuckers are so prolific that it's hard not to like just keep reverting back to their nature. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, shit, man. Like, I hate to say this, but I have to say this. But motherfucking Ross called himself the new Biggie. Puff had said some little dumb shit like that at one point, and it was like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, just because he's fat and he's black,
and he got a deep voice.
You're right into a Biggie conversation. But that's what I'm trying to say. Is like, it's not that we're not taking nothing from Ross, but like I said, it's like Biggie was so prolific. It's hard to not say. Like bring him back into the conversation. Let's just say that it's hard not to bring him back in the conversation. He's dead. When you start to talk about him or fat rappers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is.
That's just what it is, and that's how it's gonna be for a minute. So, you know.
Yeah.
But we gotta basically just be thankful for the music that we have, man. That's what I'm saying. And all them guys that gave us these memories, even down to the cleaning up.
Jesus fucking. She gonna get you.
When she listen to this episode, she gonna be like, hey man, man. So that's all. It's so funny because when you just said that song, that instantly popped up in my head, man. It's
funny as shit.
He was talking about that. I said, "Damn, what you need to clean up in this world?" Like that. Yeah, but
that's wild.
Yeah, man. That's just one of those memorable songs. Like it's plenty more.
Yeah.
I tell you what, we're gonna do a podcast of memorable songs in that moment, what you had to do at that time.
Yeah, that's funny. We should do that. We gotta come up with a list.
We gotta do that shit. Cause I remember when I used to come home from school, and going to a Clay place and shit, and I know if I got a call home, DMX was played. My mother listened to fucking DMX.
Oh man,
that's how I know.
You getting in her mood.
Getting in her mood. She about to whip some ass. She about to whip some ass. Whip some ass. The fuck you talking about?
Wow, dog.
Growling and shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we're gonna do a podcast. Y'all look out for that. We're gonna memorable songs. And if you got something, hit that page up, man. DM us and let us know what memorable song would that happen to you.
Do that. Because the funny part, I just thought about two melodies from both of that. And I remember when I don't even want to spoil it, but I'm gonna just say like that particular jump. I remember that was our interest music when we played District Heights that year. When that song came out, and they used to play that every beginning of the game when we ran out. Then this train, they don't know. So you definitely gotta do a podcast.
Yeah, man. So, but yeah, definitely. All right, y'all, man. We gotta head out.
Yep.
It's been good, man. Like you said, hit us up on that.
Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Deezer Podcasts, Amazon Audible, YouTube. Subscribe, hit that Patreon, make a donation. Yeah.
One time for the one time.
Hell yeah, and like I said, man, protect yourself at all times and stay out of the way and let this other shit die down and times you broad boys niggas to pack it up. Also, stop letting these motherfuckers touch y'all shit without gloves at this retail store. Shit. Please stop letting them do that shit. Please stop letting them do that shit. I'm gonna just give a quick rundown on this. I don't even hold y'all, but we was at the fucking Dunkin' Donuts, and I literally had to talk to the manager because he wanted to put his bare hands on the top of our cups. I asked this motherfucker why the fuck he won't put gloves on. You know what he told me? They didn't want to keep putting gloves on after they ring people up. Why you don't just keep gloves on, period the whole time? And then he talking about it's wasting supply. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all now. Watch y'all shit, man. These fast food places. But these people trifling. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go on that note. But we got new tops. Homegirl in that joint with this up. Shout out to her. Because she knew what the business was. We love you. All right.